Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest XI. So, last time out, we headed into the past memories of our father, and we found out what happened on that night where everything, where Dungeon got overrun and kind of destroyed by the monsters. And so we get to see how King Erwin basically got rid of, that's the wrong wording, but you know how we managed to get us plus Jade and his wife kind of out of there and away from safety and kind of keeping him protected. So yeah, so in this part what we're doing is we're basically we can't be seen by them, so they're not going to physically attack us. We can only get hit by multiple target attacks like this. And so we're basically weirdly enough, helping our dad to fight off against these monsters. Of course we can't control, oh wait, we can do. They do attack us, that's weird. But yeah, basically, these guys are just damage sponges. Like, they hit decently hard. My apologies. They hit, like, decently hard, but they're not super strong. And I also think that, Erwin is pretty much invincible because, you know, it's in this battle, it's kind of a thing where Erwin has to kind of win, as we'll see with what's going to happen in a minute. But these guys, they've got elemental magic, so they can breathe fire, they can use wind, they can use ice, and they also have hit hard physically, but they're really nothing special. Yeah, I was just like, I'll heal myself quickly. You also don't need to worry about using this to, making sure you don't use up too much of your SP, your MP, or any of that kind of stuff, because before the next major boss fight that we'll have to deal with, we'll get a full sorry, fucking hell, we'll get a full restore anyway. But yeah, so Erwin has managed to fend off the monsters and made sure that Eleanor and Jade and baby us is able to get away to safety. So now it's time to see King Carnelian. I do actually kind of like how they show off, they light up the hero here to show that he's not actually part of the events. He's, just viewing these as a mental projection kind of thing. I kind of like that. So yeah, this is kind of a cool moment. We get to see how Mordegon took over King Carnelian's body. So yeah, it was at this point that he took over King Carnelian's body. So Mordegon's been waiting inside King Carnelian to kind of do his evil plan for what? However old the hero is. I think he's like 16, 17. So he's certainly been biding his time, the motherfucker.
Thank goodness. Jade's with Eleanor and the wee one, Your Majesty.
It's also quite amazing how he's able to just slip into, because Mordegon's took him over now, so he's kind of slipped into acting like King Carnelian straight away. He's pretty good at it.
Right away.
Your Majesty,
excuse me? What does that mean? So yeah, it's King Carnelian who is basically overtaken by Mordegon, who is he's the one who ends up killing Erwin. So yeah, just when you thought, you know, it's kind of interesting, you know.
Your Majesty?
I don't think you really need much more reason to be personally invested in wanting to finish off Mordegon and kind of defeat him once and for all. But yeah, this certainly gives you a bit of a... This certainly gives you another reason to hate the motherfucker.
What has happened here?
Killed your dad.
No choice. He came
Sorry
at me
about
in
that.
a
Fucking hell.
frenzy. Queen Eleanor has absconded with the Luminary. And with my daughter.
Surely not.
Yeah, that isn't really bad timing, isn't it? They've disappeared with King Cornelian's daughter to kind of give him a built-in alibi as to why he would think that they are evil. You know what I mean?
Perhaps the coming of the Luminary does bring darkness in its wake. After all, without him, this tragedy would never have come to pass.
So yeah, this is...
Yes,
It's kind of interesting that this is kind of the bullshit lie that he used to test Erwin, and now it's actually being used legitimately. So yeah, and that's where the first use of Darkspawn. So yeah. By the way, he really fucking sucks. Because he tries looking for Jade and the hero and Eleanor for years, for over a decade, and he doesn't find them. And he only finds them when, you know, we follow our granddad's kind of letter to go see King Carnelian. That's the only reason why we end up going there. It's ridiculous.
The savior. Someone, please. King Carnelian must.
Yeah.
Or the world will be.
King Erwin was the only one who knew about it. Knew about King Carnelian being taken over by Mordegon, and he passes away without being known about, without being able to tell anybody.
Too weak.
Yeah, if only he was stronger. Yep, so this is where he died. Oh shit, what the fuck's that? And so yeah. Finally get a good look at the beast, which has been basically absorbing... it's basically been keeping him alive. Well, not alive. It kind of just... keeping him conscious and not allowing his soul to move on, so he can keep feeding on his despair. This is the Gloomnivore, which is a bit of a shit name if I'm being honest, but whatever.
And this one's misery is just exquisite. His kingdom ruined.
Yeah.
His family gone.
Yeah, he's been through a lot as old as our old dad. Kingdom destroyed, his family gone, betrayed by King Cornelian, dying all alone. Yeah, it's pretty disgusting.
Which is why I've been drawing out his torture for all these years.
Yeah, and that's another thing. This is a pretty vile and despicable creature. He's basically been sustaining his torment and suffering ever since that day. What, like 16, 17 years of it? It's fucking gross. As a concept, this is really fucking scary and terrifying. My apologies. So yeah, but now he's going to move on to the new course. Us. Oh shit. So yeah, the Gloomnivore This is the first time we see it. See a creature that looks like it. I think. I think after this point, we actually these things kind of show up as random monsters that you can find in the overworld. Oh, we're going back to the good CG, but they're obviously much weakened. He's Gloomnivore was actually the first kind of wall that I ran into when I first played the game, and that's because when you're getting the gang back together, you can go in multiple different directions and find multiple different people. And at that point, I only had Rob and Hendrik in my party, and so trying to defeat this guy with just 2 other party members, hard as shit. I couldn't. I eventually did it, but I had to do a bit of level grind. I had to do a grind a little bit, and I had to have a look at, online to see if there were any kind of anything that I could make in order to make it easier on myself. But fuck, man, this is really hard. Yeah, it's kind of a cool moment here. So yeah, our misery is just as good, because basically, yeah, we lost our powers. We got left for dead by Morrigan. The tree was blown up. The world was sent into ruin. All of his party members were scattered and didn't know where the hell they were. So yeah, you can imagine the despair that our hero was feeling must be pretty bad.
Inside you that can never be extinguished.
It's that woman's voice again. I wonder if she's important.
Time, but it is there.
Yeah, I wish it would fucking hurry up. We need to get a move on.
Now is that time. You are the luminary.
You must conquer the darkness. You must conquer the darkness. You must shine.
Must shine.
So yeah, it's basically at this point that our powers return. We get the power of the luminary back. So yeah. So it's basically because of this, we are now able to access the after this battle, we're able to access the luminary section of the skull tree again, and be able to unlock more of that, and all the abilities that we had previously unlocked are now returned. So that's pretty useful at this point. Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry. But here we go. So yeah, because of that light, he's been forced out of our dear old dad. And so now it's time for us to take on the Gloomnivore.
This is the beast responsible for King Erwin's suffering. We must defeat it and lift His Majesty's curse.
Damn right. Time to fight.
You dare disturb me while I prepare to sample.
So yeah, time for us to take on the Gloomnivore. So before you start this fight, what you really need here is you need to get accessories which are strong against confusion and against sleep. So because this thing likes to put you to sleep and likes to make you confused. So best way to go about this fight is have Hendrik and the hero be your main damage dealers, and then you use Sylvando and Rab as kind of like your as your healers and stuff. So basically, you want to use Rab to heal everybody and to cast sap on the enemy. Basically, so cast sap on the enemy so that he could lower his defense. And then with Sylvando, you want him to use Oomful to basically increase your the heroes and Hendrik's attack power. If you do that, then it shouldn't... Yeah. Because when he hits you, he can put you to sleep, which is a real pain. He has Miasma, and that causes a lot of damage, plus it knocks down your Magical Manding and Magical Might. And he's fast asleep. Fuck it. But now I'm pepped up, so... What am I doing here? I fucked up here. What was I thinking? Tom, what were you thinking here, pal? Ah, shit. Yeah, fuck. Let's use Solar Flare. Haven't really shown it off since we did it in actual battle. Looks cool. It looks pretty badass. 376, but yeah, it's not really worth it. So yeah, with him, with Hendrik, you want to use either Helm Splitter or Parallax. So yeah, his attack is now increased significantly, and his defense is now massively increased as well. So yeah, at this point I was just like, fuck it, let's just use the Helm Splitter. And just, yeah, Unbridled Blade and Helm Splitter just to kill the bastard. 711 damage, fucking hell. Yeah, it's like, you want him to use that ability and Kazam and stuff. Oh god, Rab's dead. You want him to use those attacks more than you want him to use, like, the physical attacks. Because the physical attacks... I don't know why I did this. This is just stupid on my part. Sorry. But you want to use the physical attacks. You don't want him to use the physical attacks at all. Because they have a good chance of putting you to sleep. But, yeah. As long as you boost the hero and Hendrik's attack power, you'll be able to take the Gloomnivore down pretty easily if you've got a full party to kind of lower his defense and up your attack, the hero and Hendrik's attack power. So, yeah. Relatively simple to win in the end. And Erwin is now free.
Where am I?
It's kind of a strange thing here, though. I thought they might have made him look a little bit more ethereal, because he's supposed to be dead at this point. But I suppose it does make this scene a bit more emotional. The fact that he's that it's like they're really kind of talking to each other. I actually really like this moment because it's, you get to see it's the main character getting to see his dad one last time before he has to go to the great beyond with Eleanor. But it's kind of nice to see.
Our son has freed you. Despair no longer.
That is something actually that I didn't really think about
You are free to join
until
me
now,
after
actually.
all these years.
It's kind of interesting that that, earlier on in the story, we were supposed to have sent off all the dead souls from here. And we thought we'd sent our mum and dad off into the abyss, up into heaven as well. And kind of it shows at this point that,
Dear son,
our dad was still kind of suffering down here. So,
many
kind of
hardships await you.
shoots that
Many
moment a
trials
little
lie
bit in the foot, but whatever.
You must
We
not
get
stray
this
from
nice
your
moment
path.
here and
You
now.
must not falter.
My sword's hilt is still going through
Let
my
the light
shoulder.
The light inside you be your guide. And remember, we will always watch over you.
Okay,
Farewell, my darling.
I'll be just fine.
I love you so much.
Again, it's kind of a nice little thing that, our main character gets to, he does get to say
Goodbye, my little
he does get to say a farewell to his,
goodbye, Erwin.
to his,
Both of you find peace at
parents,
last.
so. And Brab gets to say goodbye as well, which is kind of nice.
Your hand.
And my power's back, bitch.
It's glowing again. Powers
You might
are
remember
back.
that. Sorry, fuck. That big creature in the sea, Alizarin, he basically kicked our ass because, he had the power of the orb.
The luminary
Now that we have
is
the power of the
restored to
luminary,
us,
we can actually
and
take
all
him on
thanks to his
and
mind
get to the next area we have to get to. The next main area, I should say, which will be Snuffleheim. But before we do that, they push you in the direction. Got to go to Octagonia, because remember what happened to Jade. Yeah, we've got to go save the lass. So that's the next place that we'll be going to. We'll be heading off to Octagonia to find out, to see what's going on there, and to save her. Yeah, I don't know why it took me so long to find that. But anyway, that's going to be it for this part. Join me next time for the next part of Dragon Quest XI, when we head into Dundrasil to try and see what's happening there, and to rescue Jade from that dinosaur-looking asshole who trapped her. So yeah, see you next time.